Yeah, yeah. I'll put that one there. That might deter them. Perfect. Right, let's get this show on the road. I'll try to, but the sun's glaring into the camera. It makes it look rubbish. Test, test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 1 2. Christmas may be over, the presents have been opened, the turkey has been scoffed down, but this party is just getting started. Festive football here on Coventry United Match Day with the biggest, and I mean the biggest, local derby in the world. Forget about your Manchester derby, see you later Merseyside derby, Old Firm derby, forget about it. It's Coventry Sphinx versus Coventry United right here at Sphinx Drive. This is where you want to be, the first competitive meeting of Sphinx and United, and it's going to be a very strange meeting because both of these teams call Sphinx Drive home. But today, the Red and Green Army are the visitors, so it was a very different feel when I came in this afternoon. I had to show my press pass when I came in. We weren't allowed in the car park. Well, my mum drove me in, she wasn't allowed in the car park, so it's a very different feel today. Of course, we are the away team, but believe me, this is going to be one of the biggest matches in local sport this year, if not the biggest. Coventry City are away today. They're over at the Memorial Ground in Bristol, taking on Bristol Rovers, which means that any casual local sport fans can come over here to Sphinx Drive and enjoy what I'm sure is going to be an absolutely sensational match. And you can catch live coverage of Coventry Sphinx versus Coventry United right here on YouTube with Coventry United Match Day. My name is Liam Cook. I'm going to be taking you through today's match. I'm going to be your commentator, your cameraman, your video editor, your researcher. I've got my fingers in a lot of pies here, but it really does mean a lot to have you on board today, especially on Boxing Day after a fantastic Christmas. Hope everyone had a wonderful day on the 25th of December. Of course, very sad news last night about George Michael passing away, but hopefully this has not been a careless whisper and people will be coming today. It's been hyped up quite a lot over the past few weeks. We've been calling it the Clash of Coventry, and I've got no doubt it's going to be an absolutely fantastic match. Now, don't forget, today's show is, as usual, sponsored by our good friends at Graham the Plumbers Merchants, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchants.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Now, today we've kicked off a little bit early because it's a festive game. It's a massive game between United and Sphinx. So we thought, you know what, we'll give you a little bit of a bumper Christmas episode, and as a little bit of a treat, I'm going to be telling you about, I'm going to be going through a blog entry of mine regarding Coventry City's new manager, Russell Slade. If you do want to have a look at that, you can head over to my blog, which is liamcook95.wordpress.com, so you can have a look at that. And also, don't forget that you can catch up with every episode of our exclusive web series, The Sky Blue Diaries, on YouTube. It's for those who don't know, it's a web series where we try and win the Premier League title with Coventry City on FIFA 17 career mode within 5 seasons. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you. We have finished the first season on that. The first episode of season 2 will be uploaded on Thursday, so keep your eye on that. That's going to be the day before the trip to Westfields for Coventry United supporters. And also, don't forget that you can catch exclusive highlights of this match on YouTube tomorrow afternoon. You will not find these highlights anywhere else on the internet. It's exclusive to Coventry United Match Day, and those highlights are sponsored by Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters, so go and check them out. So they will be on YouTube sometime tomorrow, maybe around 12 o'clock. I'll try and get them online as fast as I can. But do check back onto the Coventry United Match Day YouTube channel for those exclusive highlights. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. You'll get the updates every time that we go on air. And also, it does help us out. It really does help us out. And of course you can hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it as well. It really does help us. Right, we have 15 minutes to go until kick-off. We've got some team news for you. Let's start with the home side, Coventry Sphinx. Once I get it up, computer's being a little bit slow today, unfortunately. Here we go. Right, for Coventry Sphinx we have number 1, Scott Dutton, 2, Scott Lower, 3, Kieran McCullough, 4, Luke Downs, 5, Darren Eggleton, 6, Jamie McAteer, 7, Aaron Wint, number 8, Callum Woodward, 9, Ryan Harkin, 10, Reese Blackmore, and 11, Jackson Downey. And on the bench, this is going to be a difficult name for me to pronounce, number 12, Karobo Motshweni. Well, I did alright with that, didn't I? 14, Liam Cairns, 15, Thomas King, 16, Bradley Hardwick, and 17, Nathan McGarity. So that is the starting lineup for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon. What about the Red and Greens of Coventry United? In goal, we have number 1, Joe Connor. Number 2, Pierre Moodim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, the captain, Chris Cox. Number 5, Rob Prinzel. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Jean Decory. 9, Kai Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Courtney Cameron. And on the bench, number 12, Ben Mackey. 14, Tommy Glasgow. 15, Muzzy Nduna. 16, Jimmy Hulton. And on the bench, the new boy, number 17, Lewis Eisen. So those are the starting lineups for today's match. We will be going through them again just before kickoff, which is scheduled for 12 noon, a rather strange kickoff time. Usually when you have an early kickoff it's either 12:15 or 12:45, but we decided to play it early so that everyone can get back and watch either Final Score or Soccer Saturday, whichever is your preference. Still a lot of football happening today. Like I said, Coventry City are away at Bristol Rovers, and may I just wish the very best of luck to new Sky Blues manager Russell Slade. He's got a very tough job over at Coventry City. Let's keep our fingers crossed that Russell Slade can do the business and hopefully take the Sky Blues away from that dreaded relegation zone. It may be wishful thinking, but you know what? If we haven't got hope, we haven't got anything else, especially when you're a Coventry fan. Let's take you through a couple of statistics that I've managed to find regarding Coventry Sphinx this season. Now, there is some hope for Coventry United. Although United haven't been scoring many goals this season, only 5 teams in the division have conceded more than Sphinx this season. They kept just 3 clean sheets in 27 matches in League and Cup this campaign. So that will give Kai Williams and Josh O'Grady all the all the info they need on that. Darren Eggleton has taken part in the most matches, 26 matches, 27 now, including this one, with 26 starts, including today. That's the most of any Sphinx player this season. But although they haven't been doing great with their own goal, they haven't been doing great in front of the other goal either, because did you know that no Sphinx player this season has scored more than 10 goals? Well, in fact, it's the same thing for Coventry United. Our top scorer, Kai Williams, has only scored 7. But for Sphinx, Jamie Towers is the top scorer with 9 in 16 games. I don't see him on the team sheet, but just behind is Ryan Harkin with 8. And he is starting today. So the 2 danger men for today's game, Kai Williams and Ryan Harkin, respectively. We do have 12 minutes to go until kickoff. Now, for those of you who are listening for the first time, if you are Coventry Sphinx fans, you are listening for the first time, then basically we have a little Man of the Match award on our Twitter poll just before the end of the match. So with about 10 minutes to go, we have a little competition. Well, I wouldn't call it a competition, but we ask you to get involved and let us know who you think should be our man of the match. So let us know on Twitter at Cov Matchday who you think should be the man of the match with 10 minutes to go. We will give you fair warning. We'll let you know that we're getting ready to name our man of the match just before we do it, so you will have time to get involved and let us know your opinions. So again, fan interaction is a must here on Coventry United Match Day. Right, we promised you a little bit of a Christmas present, a late Christmas present anyway, and well, here it is. I'm just going to read a little bit of an extract from a blog of mine regarding Russell Slade, the new Coventry City manager, and it's appropriately named "What's the Russ About?" Well, I'm going to tell you what the Russ is about. After a mere 3 months after the resignation of Tony Mowbray, Coventry City Football Club have appointed a new manager. The man tasked with dragging a tiny, youthful squad away from the drop zone is Russell Slade, the former gaffer at Charlton, Cardiff and Leyton Orient, among others. Now, some say it's an impossible job, others claim that this football club is just waiting for the right captain to steer the ship. But the question is that I'm sure all Sky Blues fans are asking is what made him accept the job, because a lot of people have been calling it a poison chalice over the past couple of days, and let's be honest, most of us assumed that no one in their right mind would accept the position of manager at Coventry City. I mean, even the caretaker boss Mark Venus didn't want the job. He grew tired of the lack of support from the club's owners, and he's part of the club's board, so if a board member gets sick of you, you know something's definitely wrong. And although Venus' time in charge of the first team was far from successful, he's bit his lip and he continued to lead the squad, so fair play to Mark Venus for sticking in there. He's got to be commended for not walking away. And also, if you think about it, Venus, he didn't have a transfer window to bring in new players, didn't have any sort of budget to bring in free transfers, so it was a very difficult job for him. And there's been a lot of rumours over the past couple of days that Ben Stevenson will be leaving Coventry City for £1 million to Championship side Brentford. So let's keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but it will not be the best of starts for Russell Slade. If that happens, Tim Fisher didn't rule out the sale of Stevenson or Kean Harris, the young, exciting talent at the club. And even if the players are sold to other clubs, Fisher did say that the manager would not be getting the full transfer fee from the player, so it wouldn't exactly be great for City if he went, and that would put a lot of managers in a tough spot. So why would anyone agree to sign up as a manager in these circumstances? Well, if you look at the track record of Russell Slade, you'll find he's worked wonders with small clubs with an absolutely minuscule budget. And also, don't forget, money isn't a guarantee of success, nor does a lack of funds mean certain failure. Mark Robbins brought in brilliant players, including Frank Musa and Leon Clark, on free transfers. Tony Mowbray signed Armstrong, Murphy, Kent, all on loan deals. It depends on the players that you're signing, not the method that you're signing. And Slade has shown that he can work wonders with small budgets. I mean, look at Leyton Orient. He nearly got them. He nearly got Leyton Orient up in, what was it, the 2012-13 season, something like that. It wasn't too long ago. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think Slade can easily keep Coventry up. Well, I say easily. He can do it, but it's going to take work. It's going to take signings. It's going to take backing from the owners. We can hope for that, can't we? But all I can say is to Russell Slade, the very best of luck, and also to the Coventry City fans, stick with it. Tough times do not last, but good people do. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Fingers crossed that Sky Blues can go to Bristol today and take some points from the Memorial Ground. It's 6 defeats in a row for the Sky Blues. So as a Sky Blues fan myself, I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit better today. Talking of Coventry City, there's a few Sky Blues fans here that have made the trip over to Sphinx Drive. The majority of them supporting Coventry Sphinx, I have to say. For some reason, there's been a little bit of an animosity between City and Coventry United. I'm not sure why, but of course, welcome to all the Coventry City fans either listening in on YouTube or here at Sphinx Drive. This has got to be one of the biggest crowds I've seen at Sphinx Drive in a very long time, as I can see the Coventry Sphinx lads making their way down from the home dressing room. Usually we see a bunch of lads in red and green walking down from that dressing room, but well, today it's lads in sky blue and white. That team is, of course, Coventry Sphinx. There are not many early kickoffs today, I have to say. The big one standing out is Watford versus Crystal Palace. The first match for Sam Allardyce, the former Coventry defender. That kicks off at 12:30. In the Championship, 1 o'clock kickoff for Brentford and Cardiff. Southend versus AFC Wimbledon in League 1. And down in Sky Bet League 2, Leyton Orient against Crawley. So not a lot of early football for us here today. And we can see the Coventry United coaching staff making their way over to the dugout. We see the substitutes here. Jimmy Holton, the former Coventry Sphinx midfielder. Ben Mackey, former Coventry City striker, who didn't have the best of days last time out away at Quorn. Tommy Glasgow, a very faithful servant of Coventry United, also making his way over to the bench. We see Callum Burgess there as well. He's not going to be starting today. He's not going to be on the bench either. He's still making his comeback from injury. So fingers crossed we will see Callum Burgess back in the new year. Possibly see him on Friday for the game against Westfields, but I think that's pushing it a little bit. Muzzy Nduna as well, another long-standing United player. It's been a tough time for Coventry United this season. Coventry United in P6 at the moment. Sphinx, I believe, in 9th in the Midland League Premier Division. Both sides with respectable ambitions of pushing for possibly a top 6 finish. United with a small chance of promotion. I wouldn't say that they're massive favourites, but they do still have an opportunity to go up. Sphinx less so, but of course anything can happen in this division as the fans are making their way from the club bar into the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand. Usually a sea of red and green, but today it is Sphinx's home. It's Sphinx's home game. But what a game it is going to be. This is the biggest derby this city has seen since the days of the old Coventry Sporting. And it's been eagerly anticipated for not just weeks but for months. I mean, as soon as the fixtures came out, a lot of United fans were searching for the game against Coventry Sphinx, whether it was home or away, whichever one was first. And when everyone saw it was on Boxing Day, the Red and Green Army went mad. They absolutely loved that it was United versus Sphinx on Boxing Day. We may have seen a Christmas cracker from Courtney Cameron against Quorn last week, but this is a true Christmas cracker. Is there going to be any festive cheer from Coventry Sphinx? Will they allow United to get the win? Somehow I don't think so. And here we go, the teams of Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx making their way onto the hallowed turf at Sphinx Drive. It's the Sphinx versus United, the biggest local derby in many years in the beautiful city of Coventry, and it's about to kick off here at Sphinx Drive. Live coverage of United versus Sphinx on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. Let's go through the starting lineups once again, starting with Coventry United. Number 1, Joe Connor. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Chris Cox. 5, Rob Prinzel. 6, Jamie Coleman. And number 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Jean Decory. 9, Kai Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Courtney Cameron. And on the bench for the Red and Greens, 12, Ben Mackey. 14, Tommy Glasgow. 15, Muzzy Nduna. 16, Jimmy Hulton. And 17, Lewis Eisen. And for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon, number 1, Scott Dutton. 2, Scott Lower. 3, Kieran McCalla. 4, Luke Downs. 5, Darren Eggleton. 6, Jamie McAteer. 7, Aaron Wint. 8, Callum Woodward. 9, Ryan Harkin. 10, Reese Blackmore. And 11, Jackson Downey. And on the bench, 12, Karabo Mochweni. 14, Liam Cairns. 15, Thomas King. 16, Bradley Hardwick. And 17, Nathan McGarity. Looking forward to this one for weeks. It's going to be an absolute cracker, this one. Sphinx in their traditional home strip of sky blue and white. And for Coventry United, the civic colours of Coventry, red and green. Well, if Christmas is about love and sharing, Boxing Day is about football and nothing else. As we can see the two captains meeting in the centre circle, Scott Lower and Chris Cox. assume United are going to stick with the 5 men at the back, with Cox, Prinzel and Coleman. Live coverage of this match exclusively on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on Coventry United Matchday's YouTube channel for more exclusive footballing content. And of course, hit the like button on this video if you are enjoying it. Liam Cook here throughout the match, your commentator and presenter. And exclusive highlights of this match will be released on the YouTube channel tomorrow. And the two sides will swap ends. Seems United have won the toss. And they have indeed. It's going to be Josh O'Grady and Kai Williams to kick things off. We've been waiting for this game for months. The red and greens getting set to kick things off at Sphinx Drive. I hope you're all ready because the clash of Coventry is set to begin. It's going to be Josh O'Grady to kick things off, as some fans are still making their way into Sphinx Drive, and here we go. We are underway in this Midland League Premier Division match. Coventry Sphinx against Coventry United, live on Coventry United Match Day. Prinzel plays it across the back to Chris Cox, the captain, playing a defensive role once again, the midfielder. Plays it forward, head forward, is Jean Decory. And the number 11, Jackson Downey, brought down, free kick, Coventry Sphinx. And already the referee wants a word, and Jean Decory is involved. They're formerly of Coventry Sphinx, of course. And how strange it is to see Terry Anderson and Luke Morton in the away dugout today. It's Callum Woodward and Kevin Thornton the referee's having a word with. And there are a few players here that have played for both sides. John Decory, of course, with several spells at Coventry United, also a short spell with Sphinx last season. Jimmy Hulton, formerly of Coventry Sphinx, moved to United this season. It's thrown into the box and punched away by Joe Collins on the floor, though. Still an opportunity for Coventry Sphinx if they can get it forward. Thornton able to get it away with an ambitious effort from number 4, Luke Downs. Skews horribly wide. And it remains 0-0. Of course, Thomas King, formerly of Coventry United, on the bench for Coventry Sphinx. This ground is absolutely packed today. I've never seen Sphinx Drive so busy. Usually you get a crowd of around 100 people. Ball down the left-hand side, racing forward is Kai Williams, and it's put out of play for I believe it's a Coventry United corner. There was Scott Lower who made the challenge on United's top scorer, who was benched last week for the game against Quorn. Thornton dispossessed. Things got to try and clear this one now, and they have done eventually. Harkin loses out to Jean Decory. Now Jamie Coleman. What's Coleman going to do with this one? Hooves that one forward, looking for Kai Williams. He's not going to find him. And it will be a goal kick to be taken by Scott Dutton. Dutton in his bright yellow jersey gets set to take this one. Hoofs it clear towards number 7, Aaron Wint. Lower. Long ball forward to Harkin, and Vance as well to pluck it away. It's still alive, Decory with a header. But back into danger. Downey. And a volley attempt by number 7, Aaron Wint, straight into the hands of the number 1 for United today, Joe Connor. Rich Morris not available today. The goal kick is controlled by Darren Eggleton. McAteer clears to his opposite number 6, Jamie Coleman. And now Courtney Cameron loses out to the left back, Kieran McCalla. Sphinx playing around in the middle now, and a challenge there from Jean Decory. He's been known to dive in, and Luke Downs was his latest victim. Is it going to be a very early yellow card? We've not even had 4 minutes on the clock, and the referee is calling over the former Coventry Sphinx midfielder who returned to United in the summer. The ref is having a very stern word with Decory. I wouldn't imagine he'd want to book Decory this early on in the game. You can see 2 of the Sphinx players, Eggleton and Lower, trying to sway the referee here. I don't imagine there's going to be a card. It's just a very stern word from the ref, and that's fair enough. But Decory has been known to make those sorts of challenges. He's not a man you want to get on the wrong side of, especially between those white lines. It is going to be a free kick to be taken by Callum Woodward, just inside Sphinx's half. It's baking hot winter day. Cox dives low and gets a header on it. It's still alive, however. Downey through to Harkin. Can he keep it on the left-hand side when he might have done? But Chris Cox does well to muscle the number 9 out. 8 goals this season for Ryan Harkin. He'll be hoping to add to that today. It's going to be a goal kick. Connor hoops it away. Head forward by Eggleton. Woodward. Downey. Good work there by Courtney Cameron and Pierre Moon to force him into trouble, but it's come with the leg of Pierre Moodham, and it will be a throw into Coventry Sphinx as we hit the 5-minute mark. McCalla. It's a neat little 1-2 there, McCalla. Blackmore. A good challenge by Ben Valance, puts it forward towards Kai Williams, and Dutton has to come out and slice that one out for a Coventry United throw. It'll be on the left-hand side for the Red and Greens. There are fans on all 4 corners of the pitch. Very rare that you see that. Throwing taken. Valance. O'Grady, surrounded by sky blue shirts. O'Grady, down line, looking for Valance, and a crucial challenge by Eggleton. Can Lower get it away? Yes, he can. Wint. Moving with the interception. Good work from the United wing-back. This wing-back formation really suits Ben Valance and Pierre Moodham. Both men love to stride forward. They've got the stamina and the speed to get back as Coventry Sphinx now has an opportunity on the left-hand side. Lovely turn, and he's gone down. That's going to be a free kick to Coventry United. And it's going to be Callum Woodward to take the free kick from Sphinx on the left-hand side. One opportunity now for Sphinx. 5 men in the box, including Eggleton, the centre-back. Played more games for Sphinx this season than anyone. Whipped in by Woodward towards the far post, and it's headed out by Jamie McAteer. And it will be a United goal kick, and Joe Connor covering that ginger bonce of his with a cap, the sun getting into his eyes. Of course, the regular number 1, the man I'm going to start calling the part-timer, Rich Morris, he's not here today. The man the fans call England's number 1 around these parts. As Josh O'Grady forces Reece Blackmore to the ground on the halfway line, free kick Sphinx. We've had just under 10 minutes at Sphinx Drive. Remains scoreless. No chances of note yet. Of course, we do hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, but we are back underway with the festive football. Kept in by Lower. Now Gray tries to get it away from his own box, and he does so. Long ball. Here forward by Downs. Wint. Flicked on. It's back forward by Callum Woodward. Cox's long ball. He's looking for Kai Williams. McCallum will get there first. He chips it into the Willie Nibson Memorial stand. And danger over for now for Coventry Sphinx. Thrown taken quickly. Here's Kevin Thornton. Trying to dance his way out of a sea of sky blue. Thornton forced out in the area. Referee says no. Half-hearted calls from Coventry United. But they have regained position in their back line. Ben Valance plays it to Jamie Coleman. Coleman chips it onto the left-hand side. Valance tries to keep it in, but it's gone off his bonce out for a throw. Today's coverage, of course, sponsored by Graham, the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbers.merchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. And of course, highlights are sponsored by Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters as well. So 10 minutes gone. It remains scoreless. The Sphinx going to try and change that one. Blackmore. McCallum. Harkin. Dispossessed by Chris Cox. Cameron can't keep the ball away from there. It's put into the penalty area. Blackmore. Can he get the cross in on the left-hand side? Thornton goes in there and well saved the near post by Joe Connor. Not the hardest save in the world, but a save that had to be made. And the status quo remains at Sphinx Drive. A great work by Reese Blackmore to shimmy his way into the box. Thornton. Courtney Cameron. Sphinx have got to watch out for that venomous long-range strike from Cameron. He loves trying them. He scored one of them last Saturday against Quorn. But those opportunities can be wasted. We have seen that Cameron has wasted a few opportunities for United by trying a long-range effort himself. We have seen that before, and a free kick given against Coventry United. Pierre Moudin bringing down Luke Downs. It's going to be McCallum to take the free kick on the left-hand side, well inside Sphinx's territory. Woodward misses with the header. Blackmore playing in a more deeper role is Aaron Wint. Lower to his right, finds him. Captain striding forward, unopposed. Blackmore slips. Thornton doesn't do anything with the ball. Cameron finds him. So now a free kick given by the referee. Valance puts it forward, and Josh O'Grady was forced down from behind by Luke Downs. Referee's not going to give anything. And a slip there by Luke Downs, but a free kick had already been given by the referee, and it's Jean de Corey again. And it could well be a yellow card, because this is the second time that de Corey has been called over by the ref. It's the third time he's committed a foul in the game. And a yellow card for the former Sphinx man, now of Coventry United, John de Corey, a former red and green skipper. For the foul on, I believe that was Callum Woodward. There's an opportunity now for Darren Eggleton to whip the ball into the penalty area. Whips it forward. Blackmore nods it on. Still an opportunity now, and it's fired over the crossbar by Callum Woodward. The first meaningful attack on goal. And the first shot towards the net, but it goes over the crossbar, and Coventry United can breathe a sigh of relief. Live coverage of this match on Coventry United Match Day. This would be a time when usually we'll be taking you through the scores from elsewhere, but there aren't any. We're kicking off early here at Sphinx Drive, 12 o'clock kickoff. Coventry City kicking off later at the Memorial Ground in Bristol, taking on Bristol Rovers. The first match for Russell Slade, former Charlton manager, now in charge at the Ricoh Arena. United have got a throw on the far side. Ben Balance hoops it forward towards top scorer Kai Williams. Blackmore. Now Wint. Lower. What can he do with the ball here? The captain Lower. Downs. Now Harkin. Racing forward on the right hand side. He's got option in the centre. And a crucial touch from Chris Cox to take it away from Jackson Downey. A great take the touch from Blackmore. Referee says no foul. Blackmore trying to find his way through the United defence. Now to the left-hand side with Callum Woodward. Woodward as well to shrug off Corey. Moodham's in there now as well. And that's got to be a free kick indeed. It's handball. It's handball against Woodward. It seems that United were being a little bit too forceful there, with Moodham trying to just hack the ball away from Callum Woodward. But the referee's in fact given the foul because it touched Woodward's arm. 15 minutes gone. It remains 0-0. Woodward strike over the crossbar, the only meaningful effort we've seen so far. Joe Connor had to make a routine save in the near post earlier on, as much as he's had to do in place of Rich Morris today. And the ball bounces out of play. It's come off the head of Jamie McAteer. And it will be a United throw around the halfway line, just in front of the away dugout, where Terry Anderson and Luke Morton are harbouring themselves. And the skipper, Chris Cox, going to hoop this one forward. Corey keeps it away from Woodward. Coleman chips it beautifully onto the left-hand side. Lovely skill. Valance forward towards Kai Williams. Not the best of passes by Elton, but he's found Scott Lower, the captain. Eggleton makes the clearance. Cox. Bristol just brings it under control, just about. Coleman, and Coleman taken out there. The trailing leg of Jamie Coleman taken out by Ryan Harkin. And Coleman seems in some discomfort. Could it be a yellow card for the top scorer on the pitch, at least? No player on the pitch at the moment has scored more goals than Ryan Harkin with 8. Kai Williams just behind on 7. Josh O'Grady with 6. Then Kevin Thornton on 5. It will be a free kick to Coventry United, just inside, or just outside the centre circle, just inside United's territory. Long ball forward, and a tug on the back of Josh O'Grady gives United the perfect opportunity to strike one from the edge of the penalty area. Free kick given for a bit of shirt pulling there by Scott Lower. And a free kick, and you've heard me say it before, Coventry United fans, say it with me, it's prime Josh O'Grady territory. He'll gobble these chances up. And of course Kevin Thornton with an opportunity as well. In fact, it is going to be Thornton. Thornton and Cameron standing over it. O'Grady waiting for a possible rebound. And Prinzel there as well. So usually it would be Prinzel, O'Grady and Thornton standing over it. This time Cameron replacing O'Grady, who goes over to make a nuisance of himself in the box. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Prinzel or is it going to be Thornton? It's going to be Rob Prinzel, blocked by the foot of one of the defenders in the wall, and a free kick given against United immediately for a foul on Woodward, as Moody went to try and pick up the loose ball on the halfway line, but the referee has called for a foul, and he's calling over Rob Prinzel. And could we see a second yellow card? It looks like we are. But no further punishment deemed required from the referee. Remember, we are still in the early goings of this match. We haven't even reached 20 minutes yet. It remains scoreless at Sphinx Drive. Remember, United have not been too potent in front of goal, But you also have to remember that Coventry Sphinx have only kept 3 clean sheets all season. Woodward. Wint, dispossessed by Ben Valance. Flicks it over the head of Lower. Beautiful from Ben Valance. But he couldn't keep it in. It drifts out of play. It's a shame for Valance. That was a lovely dink over the head of the Sphinx captain. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that one, is Scott Lower, but Valance did well. Just couldn't quite keep it in. Wint nods it on towards Harkin. Woodward, forced down from behind by Jean Decouri, and Decouri's got to be careful here, and Decouri's reaction says it all. He's not happy about that, but Decouri is already on a yellow card. He has got a bit of a temper on him as well, especially on the field of play. And it's happened before. Decouri has been sent off for 2 bookable offences before, and was sent off the following game for a straight red. So in terms of indiscretion, Decouri's been top of the list this season. Let's hope he doesn't get sent off today. As it's put into the area, simple catch for Joe Connor. Hoofed away by Connor. And it's over the head of McCalla, and it's Josh O'Grady. Can he pick it up on the right-hand side? Lowers over there to try and force him out, and he's put it out of play for a corner to Coventry United. Thornton and O'Grady standing over it, and they're taking a short corner as they usually do. And it's whipped in, no one there. A poor corner routine. We've seen United use the short corner routine so often this season. It's not been working out fantastically, you have to admit. But usually it works out better than that. O'Grady whipping it in, far too powerful for Williams, no one at the far post. I think it's back to the old drawing board in terms of corner kicks. Scott Dutton, who was practically begging me for an interview last night, is going to be taking this goal kick. If he keeps a clean sheet, I'll give him the interview. He's only clipped 3 this season. Let's see if he can do it again. Not the best of goal kicks. He goes straight to Williams, but he can't control it. Lower, and a free kick. I'm going to assume against Williams. A little bit of argy-bargy there with Scott Lower. It's taken quickly. Harkin tries to pick it up on the right. It's put out of play by Jamie Coleman straight into the makeshift car park on the far side of the pitch. It's usually Coventry United's training area, but today it's full of B&Ws, Fords, you name it, it's in there. Everyone wanting a piece of the action. It means more car parking space required. Lower, Wint, back to Lower, whips it in towards Harkin. Crucial touch from Rob Prinzel, but one opportunity now for Jackson Downey. It's just about cleared. McCalla shields the ball from Josh O'Grady, and the referee's called for a foul on McCalla by O'Grady. There was a little bit of a push in there. Whether it was a foul or not, I don't think it was, but it's down to the referee at the end of the day. The referee's the man with the whistle, the one with the notebook. It's his game. Cameron dispossesses Woodward, but he can't get past the number 4, Luke Downs. Dutton, now Eggleton. Woodward. Downs. He's got Wint to his right, finds Aaron Wint. Through ball down the right-hand side. Reese Blackmore. Wint. Scuffed cross. Nearly found Harkin. It's cleared by Coleman. Only as far as Eggleton, but the clearance has only found Kevin Thornton. And he's blocked off by Luke Downs. And the referee says, get up. I've got to say, I'm a little bit confused about that one. Bit of a body check there from the Sphinx man, and this time the referee does give a foul as Chris Cox is tripped by Jackson Downey. And as you can probably hear, Terry Anderson and Luke Morton not happy with the referee. I think we've seen that one before. You can hear the Red and Green Army in full voice towards the left-hand side of the pitch. Certainly in the festive mood. Red and Green of Christmas and Coventry. In abundance on the left-hand side. Valance plays it forward, flicked on by O'Grady. Kai Williams can't control it. It's still alive for United though. O'Grady tries to bring it back. Kai Williams. And it's just going to be cleared now by Woodward. McCalla, space on the left-hand side. What's he going to do with this one? He'll lay it off. Downs. Blackmore. Space on the right for Aaron Wint. He's found Wint. No one in front of him. He's going to have to go on his own here. Tries to play it into the box. It deflects off the ankle of Woodward. But it will fall to the United man who blasts it forward. But Dutton picks it up on the edge of his box as no one was there for United. And Dutton slips as he kicks it away, but he got the job done. Blackmore nods it on towards Woodward. Valence will take care of that one and put it out for a Coventry United throw. It came off Woodward's leg on the way through. Of course, we thank you for joining us on Coventry United match day. On this, well, quite possibly the biggest match we've had all season. It's right up there with the FA Cup tie against Bedworth. Valence dispossesses lower. Tries to find O'Grady. That's a poor pass, and Eggleton will deal with that one easily. Jackson Downey loses out to Kevin Thornton in the centre circle. Courtney Cameron, formerly of Aston Villa. Now Decory. Pace has slowed down somewhat. It's Thornton again. Ben Valence, United seemingly not knowing where to go. Coleman. Thornton. And here's Sphinx telling their lads to squeeze. Don't let United have any time on the ball. And the long ball by Cox was good. It was nodded on by O'Grady, but Moodin wasn't quite up to gathering it. Reese Blackmore. Blackmore again. Down line. Harkin. Good challenge, Jamie Coleman. Blackmore beats the ball by Pierre Moodin. Cox stabs it over to Jean Decory. Decory slides in. Luckily gets the ball from Woodward. And in fact, it's a foul against Sphinx. Advantage has been played. But Williams can't keep it on the left-hand side. Advantage is gone. And we'll have a throw-in on the far side, halfway into Sphinx's turf. So 25 minutes gone. We are halfway through the first half. Now, regular viewers of the show will know that we take a short break at half-time. I'm shooting now for Coventry United. Sphinx give the ball away, and Josh O'Grady on the edge of the box couldn't beat Eggleton. The last man, O'Grady slides in, wins the ball back. Thornton dispossessed, however, by Callum Woodward. And the clearance from number 6, Jamie McAteer, absolutely woeful. It's gone out of play for a United throw. He had all the time in the world there. And United have lost, well, they've got possession, but they've lost a decent opportunity after O'Grady lost the ball on the edge of the area earlier on. O'Grady forced down. Referee says no. Just looks to regain the ball now. Downs to Scott Lower, the captain at fullback. Aaron Wint. Back to Scott Lower. Downs. Eggleton. Passing it around to the back here. McCallum wants it on the left-hand side. I don't think Lower's seen him. Woodward seems to have switched onto the onto the right-hand side now. And a good chance there by Decory, but they've lost the ball again. No one able to pick up the loose ball. McCallum, now it's back with Downs, so number 4. Scott Lower. Wint. Woodward tries to flick it on, back to Wint, but it's intercepted by Rob Prinzel. It'll bounce to Kai Williams, who's got to get that one controlled before Lower gets onto it. He does just about, races past the fullback. Kai Williams sidesteps Eggleton, but he's tripped by Woodward. Well, you've got to think if Williams had have gotten away from those defenders, it could surely have been 1-0. With an opportunity like that, Williams doesn't usually miss, and his speed would have taken him away from the defence. It was a last-ditch tackle by Woodward, and it wasn't a fair one. So the referee has given a foul. It could have easily been a yellow card, but the referee is going to show a bit of leniency here. It's a little bit further out, this one, and it is going to be, I believe it's going to be Kevin Thornton. O'Grady also standing over it, and it is going to be Thornton now, so O'Grady walks away, and I would assume it is going to be a chip ball into the area. I don't think it's going to be a striking opportunity for Kevin Thornton. He's going to have a go though. It's towards the far post, towards Cox, headed back into the area. Cameron can't bring the ball down. Jackson Downey. And the ball's been cleared. Harkin will try and keep it on the left-hand side, and he does. Side chance from Jamie Coleman. Throw in to Sphinx. Woodward. Harkin, opportunity to cross it in from the left-hand side. Couldn't keep it in though, and it will be a goal kick to Coventry United. Not the most exciting of games, I have to say. It hasn't been chances galore, but we've seen games this season start slowly and build. I mean, just remember the game against Heanor Town. Barely a chance inside the first half, and as soon as half-time came, the game just sparked into life. We're seeing some cracking fixtures this season. That's how this is going to be another one. As we're coming up to the half-hour mark. Connor's clearance. McAteer only finds Cox with Cox's ball. Chipped out of play. But it's offside. The assistant with a flag on the far side has called for offside. I get to believe it must have been Ryan Harkin. Chris Cox is going to take this free kick onto the left-hand side, looking for Ben Valance. Bounces over to the full-back, who stabs it over to Rob Prinzel at centre-back. One of 3 centre-backs for United today. Into the centre circle with Kevin Thornton, formerly of Coventry City, of course. Prinzel to Valance, flicks it on. Kai Williams, pressure from behind by Egleton as he goes down. Referee says no foul. It's now Courtney Cameron. Can he get the cross in? Headed away by Egleton. It'll come back to Cameron. In space, he's got Valance behind him. Will he play him in? Cameron's still going. Now Kevin Thornton, offside, and it's put wide anyway. It looked like a shot rather than a cross from Kevin Thornton, but it wouldn't have mattered because the referee on this near side raised his flag, and that is the end of that chapter. And it will be the goalkeeper, Scott Dutton, to take this free kick. 15 minutes remaining of this first half. Coventry Sphinx 0, Coventry United 0 is the halftime score. Big shout out to Peter Reynolds, who is relaxing in Mexico today. Hashtag part-time supporter. And also to Rich Morris as well, who is, well, I'm not sure where Rich is, but he's not playing, so. Downey, Woodward, back to Jackson Downey on the left-hand side, surrounded by red shirts, but he's bounced the ball through. Still going Downey, went to his right, tries a long-range effort, easily blocked by Jean de Coury. A bit of a selfish act there by Jackson Downey when he had Aaron Wint to his right. Sphinx have eventually got the ball back. Lower, chip ball towards Woodward. Chest control by Woodward takes it away from Courtney Cameron. You have to have time to regroup now, and they've won the ball back. Thornton able to dispossess him, and Valance picking up the pieces. Valance tries to put it out of play of a Sphinx man, and it backfires as Wint keeps it in. Now it's Scott Lower, back to Wint. United able to build that brick wall in front of the goal. How long will it last? Coleman heads the cross away, and it'll go out for a Coventry Sphinx throw. Quick throw-in taken. Downs, Woodward. Nice little ball to Lower, but it's gone nowhere, and John de Coury will bring it back. De Coury, through ball, Pierre Mudim, lovely pass, but it's not going to reach him. And it's shielded by Jamie McAteer. McCalla to take this throw. Jackson Downey, and he's clipped by Kevin Thornton. No need for a yellow card there, but it is a free kick taken quickly. Downs, now McAteer. Williams gets in there and tries to win the ball back from Jamie McAteer. He's in no man's land here. It's McAteer. He's got to get this ball out and fast. He's able to hold off Williams for now. How long can he keep it away though as Kevin Thornton makes his way towards the corner? He's got nowhere to go. It's put out of Thornton and it's a throw into Sphinx, but nervous times for Coventry Sphinx there. What on earth was Jamie McAteer doing? If in doubt, get it out. That's what they say about defending, but he just kept on rolling the ball ever closer to his corner. Whether it's just trying to get into half-time at 0-0, I'm not certain, but when you're looking to score goals, that's not the way to do it. Thornton, that's a poor throw. It's only found Downs. That is an absolutely dreadful throw from the man with the best beard in the business. Prinzel. Lofted ball towards O'Grady. It's only found Lower in the pressure from O'Grady. He's got the ball forward, and Jamie Coleman will pick it up. It seems right now it's just a game of long balls from the back. Cameron tries to take the ball around Lower, but he couldn't take it around him. It's gone out for a throw. If you are listening from somewhere exotic, if you're on holiday or Well, I've just listened from somewhere in Bedworth or Coventry. Anyway, let us know on Twitter at CovMatchDay. Let us know. We'll give you a shout out in the second half. Woodward. And Valence puts it out for a throw-in off Aaron Wint. Oh, we've been looking forward to this game for so long. I wouldn't say it's lived up to expectations just yet. There's only been one chance by Woodward earlier on. That is literally it. But like I say, we've seen games this season where games have sparked into life. Downs loses out to a powerful challenge from Jean de Corey. And it's put out of play for a Coventry United throw off Reese Blackmore. The sun seems to have been shielded by the clouds now, so luckily I can see the team sheet a little bit better on the computer. Williams, Cameron forced down there by Downs. Referee says get up. Lower. Wint. Eggleston. Plays it back to Dutton in goal. He's barely seen any of the ball, to be honest with you. O'Grady. Corny Cameron. Can he whip in from the left-hand side? Whipped in. It's towards O'Grady. O'Grady takes a touchdown. Kyle Williams! He's given it. He's given the goal. Sphinx are furious, but Coventry United have taken the lead in bizarre circumstances. And it's the top scorer, Kai Williams, who opens the scoring on Boxing Day. Well, the cross put in by Courtney Cameron. O'Grady forced down. The ball came to Williams. He may have been in an offside position, but the referee allowing the goal to stand. He's put the ball into the net. Sphinx are not happy at all, but the goal will stand and the red and greens lead. And Kai Williams has given Coventry United the perfect Christmas present in the form of an opening goal. Well, Sphinx are still arguing. It took the referee a little while to award the goal. It was about 5 seconds until he originally motioned his hand to say, yeah, it's a goal, it stands. Maybe he had a little word with the linesman there, but the Sphinx players not happy at all. And even the United fans on the far side were confused as to whether the referee was going to allow the goal. But there we go, the goal does stand and Kai Williams has given United an early lead. Sphinx are going to get straight back into this one. Ball over the defence towards the left-hand side towards Jackson Downey, and it's put out of play off Pierre Mudim. There's going to be a throw-in now. Coventry's looking to get straight back into this game. McCalla, Woodward, back to McCalla. Back to Woodward. Tries to put it back to McCalla, and it's intercepted by Chris Cox. McAteer. Woodward's touch may have drifted out. The referee's allowed to play on. Mudim. Down line towards Cameron. Forced off the ball by his opposite number 11, Jackson Downey. Reese Blackmore, where's he going with this one? Plays it to the captain, Scott Lower. Into the centre now with Downs. Luke Downs. Wint tries to find Harkin, blocked off. O'Grady to Kevin Fawns, who's trying to try and get this ball away now. They've got the lead. They want to preserve it and extend it if they can. And once again, Sphinx failing to keep a blank scoreline. That's 3 clean sheets in 28 for Coventry Sphinx. It's a throw-in on the halfway line for Coventry United, who've just got to try and settle this game down now. Woodward. Downs with the chip pass towards the right, easy dealt with by Valence, volley forward by Prinzel, looking for Josh O'Grady. It will fall to the left back, McCalla. McAteer has got to get this one away, and does. Long lofted ball to Jackson Downey. Cox with the challenge only as far as Luke Downs. Ball onto the right with Lower. Woodward. Back here towards Lower, and Thornton wins the ball back but slips and loses out to Reese Blackmore. Blackmore forces Thornton down. Referee says no foul. In fact, gives play on to Sphinx. Plays 1-2 with Woodward. And that is a foul against John Decory by Reese Blackmore. And John Decory is running out of chances here. He's called Decory over. Could this be a second yellow card for John Decory? It could well be a third sending off of the season for the former Sphinx man. And I don't believe the referee, in fact no, the referee's just having a word with him. But I think this is the last chance that Jean Decory is going to get. It wouldn't surprise me to see Jimmy Holton come on at half-time for Decory. Ex-Sphinx man for ex-Sphinx man perhaps. And the United coaches are having a word with the assistant linesman there, but it's put in and it's just wide. Eggleton, glancing header, just wide at the far post. The best chance by a mile for Sphinx so far. But still, nil point for the home side. It remains 1-0 Coventry United. And there is going to be a change here, and Jean Decory is coming off. I can't see who's coming on yet, but it's the only decision that United can make. Decory is one of those players that loves to get stuck in, loves to make the challenge, and really, like, if you take the venom out of a snake, it's just a worm. And that is literally the thing with Jean Decory. If you take those challenges away from him, then there's not an awful lot that he can do on the pitch. And it is going to be Jean Decory coming off, and it is Tommy Glasgow coming on. So the former Sphinx midfielder, Jean Decory, making his way off the field 5 minutes before the break. But in all fairness to Terry Anderson, it's the only decision he could have made. He could have been sent off and he could have put United in a serious amount of trouble there. And Tommy Glasgow, very much a utility player. We've seen him play in defence, midfield, right wing, left wing. And he's going to fit in central midfield with Kevin Thornton. In what seems to be a 5-2-3 for United, with Cameron O'Grady and Williams pushing forward. Of course, the most expensive striker in the league, Ben Mackey, on the bench for United. And you can, for those who were at the Quorn game, if there's a bit of argy-bargy here between Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx. Pushing and shoving between the two sets of players. Didn't see what sparked it all off, but the referee is definitely going to make some punishments available here. There's going to be some yellow cards, I assume. Pretty much every member of every team. In fact, the only two members of the playing staff that are not involved in this ruckus are the two goalkeepers, Joe Connor and Scott Dutton. Everyone else is within a 5-yard radius having a go at each other. I'm not sure what for, but tension's running high, and there is going to be a number of yellow cards. Courtney Cameron in there, Scott Lower. Well, you see it all the time in local derbies. It's not just local pride that's at stake. And tensions do often run high. Yellow card for, I believe that's Lower, who's been booked. Woodward in there as well as Blackmore. But it is a yellow card for Lower. And that's it, just the one yellow card. As we head towards half-time. Less than 5 minutes until the break. Of course, there will be a little bit of stoppage time, not too much, I'd imagine. As Coleman whips the ball towards the penalty area. Cox links for it, misses. Jackson Down's got to try and get this one away, and does. Towards Harkin. And the pressure from Valance behind. And Glasgow forces down Callum Woodward. No foul given. Glasgow's got it back. Cameron. A sea of sky blue in front of him. He plays it onto the right now with Josh O'Grady. Forced down. Referee says no foul. And it will be a throw into Sphinx. Harkin battling with Kevin Thornton. Throw in to Sphinx. And Kevin Thornton blocking the ball from Woodward, allowing United more time to regroup. McKellar to Luke Downs. Aaron Wint, he's got Lower making a run behind him, but plays it back to the defender, Nathan Eggleton. Takes it around, Kevin Thornton. We'll make a midfielder out of him yet. He may be a centre back, but he's got some serious dribbling skills. Lower. Wint. Back to Lower. It's not the best of back passes. Lower settles himself now, plays a long ball forward towards Woodward. Prinzel gets there first. It's a battle between Cox. Oh, that could have been nasty. That could have been nasty between the two number 4s. United come out best, though, with the ball. Josh O'Gray now down the right-hand side. When we saw a player break his leg in a challenge like that here a few weeks ago. As Kai Williams is tripped. And Williams is holding his face. And the Sphinx man trying to haul him up. But the referee is checking on the condition of Kai Williams. He looks fine to me. I think he's just making the most of the situation there. I mean, it's part and parcel of the game. It's not something we enjoy seeing, but it's something that happens. And it was Jackson Downey who brought him down. It is going to be a free kick to Coventry United. On the right-hand side of the box, around 5 yards away from the penalty area. And you have to try and take a quick one with the through ball to Courtney Cameron, but the referee calls it back. And this should be the final move of the half, because we are into the 45th minute. I don't assume there's going to be that much added time, a minute at most. And the amount of time the referee is taking to get this move started, it's going to be a while before the free kick is even taken. So I don't think there's going to be another move after this one. And it's going to be Josh O'Gray to whip it in. Only 4 men in the box, but it is whipped in towards the far post, towards Rob Prinzel, and Dotton able to punch it away. Still alive with Kevin Thornton. Can he whip it in? Thornton gets his ball in, headed out of play. And it's a corner to Coventry United, and this will definitely be the last move of the half. What a way to go into half-time it would be if United were able to grab a second goal just before the break. And the one you've got to look out for, number 4, the one with the orange armband, the captain's armband around his left arm. His name's Chris Cox. He may look small in stature, but he's got the leaping ability of a salmon. And it's McCallum's job to mark its foot in. It's towards Chris Cox, and McCallum does well to push Cox away from the ball. Jackson Downey, can Sphinx get one more opportunity? Cox able to win the ball back and shield the ball and let it go out for a throw in the Coventry United. Mood him to take the throw in. Over the head of Williamson, straight out of play once again by McCallum. Can't be too long left now before the break. United lead by 1-0 thanks to Kai Williams. Hints of offside about it. We'll have to go and look at the replays. And the referee calls for half-time at Sphinx Drive. And the clash of Coventry has lived up to expectations. It's been fierce, it's been tough, it's been close. But Coventry United have a half-time lead thanks to top scorer Kai Williams. His 9th goal of the season gives the Red and Greens the half-time lead, but really you can't pick between these two sides. It's been such an even game, very few opportunities. United just about taking control towards the end of the first half, but believe me, this game is far from over. There's another 45 minutes coming up and you do not want to miss it. We're going to take a short break now here on Coventry United Matchday with Liam Cook, and we will be back in around 10 minutes time on the same YouTube channel, so check back in around 10 minutes and click on the new video, which will start in about 10 minutes time. The halftime score at Sphinx Drive is Coventry Sphinx 0, Coventry United 1.